Hello, welcome to my course presentation. My name is Ethan Pang, and over this presentation we'll be going over my industry overview project as well as my instructions project. I did my industry overview over mechanical engineering technology, which is the degree I am focusing on. Now you may be asking yourself, what is mechanical engineering technology? MET is the application of engineering principles and technological developments for the creation of useful products and production machinery. This is slightly different than mechanical engineering. The difference is I work on the more physical aspect of the job, where I'm designing and producing things in the real world. Now, what do mechanical engineers do? We have a variety of things, and our specialty is being a jack of all trades, so being able to adapt to any situation. Now, what we mostly do is help mechanical engineers figure out how to bring their concepts into the real world, as well as we design projects and fix existing issues with projects. So if they need a new part or need to add a new process, we help make that real. Now, when researching this project, I was having a tough time doing some research, but I was able to get my hands on a primary source, Kurt Schultz. So I emailed him a questionnaire and he came back with some answers. The first question I asked him was, what does your typical day look like? He said, it's very fluid. He comes in with a mental agenda of what he's going to do every day, but he often gets redirected. Since he works for a smaller company, he is responsible for one of their main products the company's offering. The part of his job also includes supporting the production line. If ever a part is broken or for some reason the machine's not working, he has to go there and help fix it. As his job also includes adding new aspects to the production line to improve performance and manufacturability. Since it's a smaller company, he doesn't have a dedicated R&D department, so he has to utilize a 3D printer in order to do design changes on a physical part that he can actually test. I also asked him, does he often work in groups or by himself on projects? He said he mostly works alone, but he collaborates with his coworkers a lot. The majority of his work is not to establish a new design, since they have an established product portfolio. Then his customers just need to get a mix and match of combinations of them to fit their application and what they need. But when the project does require an actual new design or significant change to the existing design or process, him and his fellow colleagues develop their own parts and other programs within the company itself. I also asked him, how does he like his job? He says he loves it. It's more stressful than some of the other jobs he's had in the past, but has a lot more diversity in the responsibility in the projects he works on. With that comes some advantages and disadvantages. His favorite advantage of the job is it's not boring. He's not doing the same thing every day. There's always something new, and especially at smaller companies, every day there's always going to be something new. But a disadvantage is, since his company is owned by a bigger company, the policies from the large company are handed down, whether that benefits his company or not. And when I asked him if he would recommend this career to someone who's interested in engineering, he said absolutely. But he would also qualify that by saying you should also develop a knowledge or base skill set of other areas besides the design process. So working with customers goes better when you know how the industry works. Working with other departments will help you understand what you need to do in order to get your project done. And the classes you need for MET, there's a mix of support classes you take as well as specialty courses. The specialty courses like basic machining, heat transfer, and fluid power are there for MET so they get a basic understanding of the different processes in the engineering world. While the support classes such as calculus, physics, and programming, they help you take your ideas and other ME's ideas and transfer them into physical objects that you can therefore test and use. Now, studying can be especially hard since there's so many different classes to take. Some of them are similar, some of them are harder. But studying can always be a big issue, especially when you're hungry, which is why there's a fantastic meal to make. The meal I made for my instructions project was designed for students who are studying a lot. That way it can be a good meal and it can be fast, quick, and cheap to make. The meal is garlic chicken. Now, the ingredients are really simple. It's going to be 4 chicken breasts, a quarter tablespoon of garlic powder, half a cup of mayo, half a cup of Parmesan cheese, preferably shredded, and 4 to 5 teaspoons of Italian breadcrumbs. Now you can add or take away any of the ingredients, especially the spices. You can customize that and make it your own. The steps to making garlic chicken are: you mix the Parmesan, garlic powder, and Parmesan cheese in a bowl. Then you moisten your chicken with with water and place it on a baking sheet. Spread your mayo mix across the chicken evenly and bake for 15 to 20 minutes at 400 degrees. Then you can serve it with any kind of sides you like. Now, there are several sides you can get from mayo chicken, such as mashed potatoes, French fries, corn, broccoli, and you can mix this up any way you'd like, or you can find some new sides. But mayo chicken is definitely one of the best meals I have made for when I'm crammed and studying.